it's screwed. This is a 2009 Street Triple. What is this guy doing? Where's this guy's neck, bruv? Steph, hopefully you aren't here when we get back, but if you are, we'll see you. Okay, so things have not gone to plan already. Steph's bike, literally the handlebars decided to lock, and then they didn't want to unlock. And then when he eventually got them to unlock, the ignition wasn't turning on, and then the handlebars locked again, and he couldn't get it unlocked. So yeah, Steph is not able to join us today, which sucks. It has been, I think for YouTube, it's probably been months, like months on months since I uploaded. We've got quite a bit to talk about. Obviously, elephant in the room, we are not on the Daytona. To give you guys a very brief overview of what actually happened, I was on my way home from Joburg, so I was on the highway, and I was sending it, like I really was. I was pushing the bike to its limits, in a straight line, that is. You know, I noticed previously that day that the clutch was taking a little bit long to engage. I don't know if that has any role to play in what ended up happening, but yeah, I'd noticed the bike had felt weird for a little while before it ended up happening. And you know, because the clutch was because the clutch was being a little bit stupid, I was just like, okay, I want to get home as fast as I can in case something happens. So I was in 6th gear, and pretty much I wasn't at red line, but I was probably about 2,000 RPMs away. And yeah, I like lane split between two cars, and as soon as I did that, I noticed this like crazy power drop, and I looked down, and all of a sudden, after being in 6th gear, I was in 3rd gear somehow. Till this day, I still don't actually know what caused that to happen. So my suspicion is the quick shifter. You know, that, or it was literally just like a case of the gearbox malfunctioning. You know, I do not know. But anyways, that happened. And when that happened, my revs obviously shot through the absolute roof. And it took me a little while to realize, you know, it wasn't, I didn't immediately realize when I lost power that I was in 3rd. You know, I actually ended up giving it more gas before I was like, something's wrong here. So it was probably at about max red line for, I would say, anywhere around, you know, 3 to 4 seconds. And that's a long time for a bike to sit at max red line. And that's like, I'm talking max. Like the bike was redlining through the roof, and I was trying to push it through the roof even more. It literally, the only way I can describe it is, it sounded like a bunch of bolts in a blender. And then right after that, the engine started to run, or run away. And for those of you who don't know, diesel engines do what's known as running away. And that's basically when the engine is just like, I'm the captain of this boat now, and I'm gonna take over. And yeah, the engine literally just starts, you know, accelerating. You know, fuel starts getting into the lines, and you know, I'm sure someone will be able to give a better explanation, so go and Google it if you want one. But yeah, that happened. And then yeah, I switched the bike off, and I pretty much realized at that point that it was kind of all over for your boy. First thing that went wrong was I lost power. And after I lost power, I realized that I was in 3rd gear, dropped the valve. And then yeah, another thing, when I was pulling over, the bike literally sounded like it sounded like a 250, so it was 100% not firing on 3 cylinders. And then yeah, that's all she wrote, boys. From that point onwards, I got her picked up, and oh, okay, resuming. A lot of people are gonna wonder, you know, why didn't you try and fix it? And the reality, boys, is that to fix a bike like that with that kind of an issue is going to be very expensive. And now when you take all the facts into consideration, such as it was a track bike, it had a stupid amount of mileage on it, you know, something like 80,000 odd kilometers. So, you know, it was really a decision of, is this thing even worth fixing? Um, you know, is this thing even worth fixing? And then we came to the conclusion that it wasn't. Because, I mean, you guys know how much shit that I have with that bike. Like, literally from a week after I bought it, it was just like one thing after the next. And, you know, I mean, the first thing that went wrong with it was stator. And then I'm spending 7,000 bloody rand for a stator to get repaired. You know, thanks for that Triumph, by the way. Every single time I fixed something on that bike, something else would break. You know, and then it was just like, I couldn't keep up. And I love that bike, I really did. You know, I had to sacrifice my first bike to be able to get it, you know, so it had a lot of meaning to me, which is why I'm keeping it. Just to finish off with the Daytona, guys, it's screwed. You know, you guys aren't gonna see that bike for a long time, unless I'm working on it, taking parts off of it for other bikes, because we have done that a bit. So, you know, but like, other than that, guys, we're not gonna hear from the Daytona for a long time. Is this guy trying to sell something? He is. He's what even is that man doing, bruv? As you guys can see, we are on a new bike. Now, I know a lot of you are also kind of in the loop because you follow me on Instagram, but for those of you who don't follow me, I did get a new bike. This is a 2009 Street Triple, same year, basically the same bike, just without fairings basically. Probably wondering, well, why didn't you just get another sport bike? Why didn't you get another Daytona? You know, why this bike? And the answer is very simple. It is because it was quite literally the only option that I had. What is this guy doing? Oh, is he letting me take over? Thank you. I've got a 125 behind me. What? Okay, he's with me. Yeah, boys, it was literally the only option. Like, I had it was either this or a dirt bike. There's not much that I can say about this thing. It's very much so stock. The only thing that is not stock would have to be the sprocket, rear sprocket. We've got a very large rear sprocket on there, which means we've got a little bit of a torque monster. It's not too crazy, but it's definitely a change from the Daytona. That's for sure. And not only in terms of like riding style, but also like the power band. You know, I've got a lot more low-end torque. It is a nice bike. You know, I do consider myself very lucky to be able to have a bike like this, especially after what happened. Yeah, no, I could very easily have ended up on like some 60/60 Uber Eats type thing, you know, or like a 125 or a 250, but yeah, I got really lucky, guys. But yeah, we are not keeping this thing. Like, as soon as we're in a position to get another bike, we're getting rid of it. That's one thing for sure. Because your boy wants a sport bike, man. I miss it. Like, riding it naked is super comfortable, don't get me wrong, but holy shit, is it windy. Like, it actually takes away from the enjoyment of it for me, to the point where now it's very rare that I go and do like top speed runs or whatever, because it's just not enjoyable. You know, doing anything over like 150 on a naked with no fucking windscreen is like, I don't even know. It's just terrible. It's not fun. So just to quickly touch on the upload schedule, boys. For now, we're just going to be doing one YouTube video a week, and it's going to be about 3 to 4 Instagram videos a week, and then obviously YouTube shorts. We are going to give TikTok another go. I don't see it working out though, because they're idiots and they don't like motorcycle content creators. But anyways, day after tomorrow, we are going to be going through to De Wet, And yeah, we're gonna get a nice bike review going. So I don't know what bike it's going to be. I think either CBR 1000, Jigsaw 1000, or maybe an R6. You never know. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I'm keen for any of those. I know a lot of guys will be keen to see a little Jigsaw. We have done a few Hondas, I think maybe one or two. You got a brother. This guy's, not dressed for the occasion. White boots on a Harley. I don't know about that, Chana. And no gloves. Look at his little helmet. Where's this guy's neck, bruv? I know a lot of people. Good shit. Boys, if you made it through to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you for watching. There's a policeman and I don't have a number plate. Yeah, boys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.